Well, artificial intelligence is no longer just answering our questions, it's becoming our advisor. New research reveals 47% of Australians trust AI-generated advice more than that given from friends or family, while many are using it as a coach.
So why are we so quick to believe the bots, and are humans trusting the technology a little bit too much? Change strategist and trends forecaster Michael McQueen joins us live in the studio. Michael, thanks
Hi,
for being
Michael.
here.
Good morning.
Now, the stats are pretty staggering. Why are we turning to chatbots over people so often these days?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. It's convenient. They're always there. They're always accessible. There's also no shame, no judgment. You know, there's that funny, like the meme often going around, like people take a photo and ask ChatGPT, what is this rash? You know, that's easier than asking a human. But the stakes are even higher in some cases. I read a great example recently where in Melbourne there's a homeless support agency that have developed an AI bot. And when they surveyed people who use their services, 84% said they'd rather speak to the bot than a human to figure out what sort of services are available if they're at risk of homelessness, because there's often shame and embarrassment about that. So there's that sense of the non-judgy space is a lot of the reasons we're going to these AI bots.
Are you surprised, as your head spin, about how quickly we're just now all latching on? I mean, you've been across this for a long time,
yeah.
but for just the general population.
100%, yeah. How quickly we've just assumed that they're like humans.
Yeah.
People have got a name for their AI bot and they've got assigned a gender to it. Like it's so familiar now in a way that's unthinkable 2 years ago.
Are we more likely to believe it because it sounds so confident and it gives us so many options?
100%. So confidence is the key, because humans tend to associate confidence with competence. And even if you think about the number of people on this couch over the years, if you say something with clarity and conviction and with great confidence, everyone just assumes you must know what you're talking about.
No, I can still see through it.
You've got discernment. But it is tricky, like our brains often go to that. So, and AI is always absolutely sure, super confident. It's never like, I'm not sure, I don't know. So there's that. We perceive it as being objective as well, which is sort of tricky. There's often this sense too of what they call trust spillover. This idea that if it's gotten one thing right, we'll trust it more next time. There's consistency that counts. So these are all the things that make our brains sort of lean toward trusting it.
In what situations should we be embracing AI, and maybe some situations where it really could get us into trouble?
Yeah, so some good things. I mean, it's great for travel planning, great for meal planning and meal ideas. It's a really good brainstorming partner, for instance. Some of the things I would steer clear of would be things like legal advice, financial advice, medical advice. It's good for some medical things, but other things not so much. In fact, I was chatting with the head of innovation for Xero, the big AI, for the big tech firm for the accounting sector, and he put it well. He was talking about accounting, getting financial advice from AI. He said this, he said, the reality is AI can tell you what you could do financially. It won't tell you what you should do. That requires human judgment. So we need to use AI because it is sensible, it's powerful, but use it within sensible boundaries.
Can you use it as a jumping off point?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a very smart place. The question then is, where do you jump off? Like, what's the point at which you go, okay, I need to trust it to here, but not trust it beyond that? Because, I think as humans, often we even if we know the information's wrong or incomplete, there's this interesting thing in psychology where our brains are allergic to ambiguity. We don't like not knowing. And I read this great quote recently that if we're lost in the Swiss Alps, most of us would rather have a map of the Pyrenees than no map at all.
Yeah.
This idea that even if we know it's not right, it's like we just want to hold on to something. Because notice, like, the confidence thing's interesting because you'll ask it and it'll give a confident answer, and sometimes you go, that's not true. And you actually say that and go, oh, you're correct. Yes, that wasn't true. This is now true.
But we know that as people of a certain age.
Correct.
19-year-olds may not necessarily have that discernment.
Yeah.
So what are you advising sort of younger people to
Well, I
do?
think teaching those skills of critical thinking and curiosity is vital, especially for teenagers, because a lot of them, there is that sense that, again, if it seems confident and it seems to have all the answers, we trust it. And so, these, again, some of the things that you might want to trust it for, but I think there are certainly boundaries. Explaining complex topics is interesting. I use a thing called Notebook LM a lot. And Notebook LM is great because I can put a large document into it and actually creates a podcast episode, 20 minutes long, of an AI bot explaining that really large, complex document to me.
So looking ahead to the future, do you think we're on track for AI to become a trusted confidant, a trusted advisor, or are we potentially heading down the Terminator type territory?
Well, there's often that fear, and I think it's a reasonable fear because it is a confidant. In fact, I was reading a report last week, 62% of teenagers who use AI treat it as a friend. It's a companion, which is sort of understandable, but a bit, even your face speaks volumes, Kylie. It's a bit uncomfortable. It's like, really? Is that a good thing? But from a business perspective, it's massive. The big shift I'm seeing for corporates right now, we've gone from SEO, which is search engine optimization, how do you get to the top of the Google search, to a thing called AEO, which is when someone's using AI to do research, how do you show up in an AI response on ChatGPT or on Copilot. This is like the way we search and do research is thoroughly shifting because of this.
Right.
And so businesses are rapidly trying to figure out, well, what does marketing now look like?
All these come with a cost, though, don't they? So is that where also we have to be just a bit careful?
You do, yes.
So some are free, some you have to pay for. Do you have to be wary of that? Like, how much is an expensive AI helper?
Yeah, so if you're spending $20 to $25 a month for most of these apps, that's good. Not a base version, I would say, which is the free version, largely because they're now selling ads. That influences what you're getting back when you do a search on ChatGPT.
Really?
Yes, they are. So we've got a profit motive there, which we've got to be mindful of.
That's interesting.
Correct. Yeah, but Copilot, which is the Microsoft one, if you've got a Microsoft account that you're paying an annual subscription, you're getting that for free anyway.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Michael.